Are you curious what it's like living in Bismarck, North Dakota? Let's go explore. Hey, thanks for joining me here today. I am at Chief Lookings Village here in Bismarck, North Dakota. I got the beautiful Missouri River right behind me, and I actually have a couple of turkeys and baby turkeys that just popped out. Not planned. Um, but so anyway, I've got the beautiful Missouri River right behind me. Mandan's just on the other side. And I just wanted to show you around here today, get you into some different parks, kind of let you get to see some different activities that we have here in Bismarck, Mandan. And just real quick, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Brady Duchuk. I'm a full-time realtor here in Bismarck, serving pretty much the entire western half of the state. So whether you're looking to move here next week or next year, I would love to be your guide and make your move to North Dakota as smooth as possible. Now, let's get into it.
All right, so here's a map from Bismarck Parks and Rec Department. It shows all of the different parks and trails that they manage here in Bismarck, North Dakota. And so today, you guys already saw Chief Lookings Village there in the intro. Just absolutely gorgeous, overlooking the Missouri River. You got walking trails, biking trails. There's a small playground there, but just absolutely beautiful, beautiful views. And then next we're gonna hit up Sertoma, which is on the map here, number 35, kind of in southwest Bismarck, there along the Missouri. And that Sertoma Park is absolutely massive. You guys are gonna love it. There's so many different things that you can do there. And then from Sertoma, we're gonna drive up to number 32, which is Pioneer Park. Again, also on the Missouri River. And then we'll head over just a little bit further east over to number 20, which is Igoe Park, also known as Firetruck Park. And then from there, we're gonna head up north and we're gonna hit up two different neighborhood parks. So the first neighborhood park is gonna be Elk Ridge, which is in one of the newest developments here in Bismarck, in northwest Bismarck. Just a great development, great neighborhood, brand new elementary school, just a really, really nicely designed new development here in northwest Bismarck. And then finally, we're gonna finish up at Horizon Park, which is in the Horizon Heights neighborhood, also in northwest Bismarck. So hopefully you guys enjoy.
All right, so now we're here in Sertoma Park, West Bismarck. You got the river just beyond these trees here. Right behind me is the Dakota Zoo, and just over here, you've got the amusement park. And so there's like 10 plus different shelters around here at Sertoma Park. And this one that we're at, it has a playground known as the Jungle. And so just absolutely gorgeous area. Lots of mature trees, green, just absolutely beautiful and quiet. A great way to escape. There's also a ton of walking trails and biking trails. Just a very scenic part of Bismarck, and me and the family absolutely love coming here.
All right, so Sertoma Park, on the map there, number 35. It's one of Bismarck's biggest, most used, most loved, most variety parks here that we have. And so, I mean, you got horseshoes, you got sand volleyball, tennis. It's a great place to have a picnic. There's multiple playgrounds. As you can see, there's different art pieces, different eagles, stuff like that. There's 11 park shelters. There's an indoor community center, which you can reserve both the park shelters and the community center for, birthday parties or different events. 8 different playgrounds. There's a fitness lot. There's an obstacle course. Tons and tons of different trails, and actually you can walk all the way from the south side of Sertoma by the tennis courts, and kind of between the tennis courts and the Clem Kelly softball fields. There's a trail that goes all the way north up to Pioneer Park, which I'll show you guys here in just a little bit. But just a gorgeous walking trail, biking trail, goes right along the river. There's some houses between Sertoma and Pioneer also that are right on the river. Gorgeous views. But Sertoma Park, I mean, you got access to the nature trail. The amusement park is in Sertoma Park. The Dakota Zoo is just on the west side of Sertoma Park. Highly recommend the Dakota Zoo. We get a family membership there every single year. It's a pretty cool park, or a pretty cool zoo, excuse me. Horseshoes, there's horseshoe pits at like almost all of the shelters. Plus there's actually an entire horseshoe complex over by the sand volleyball courts. So if you like horseshoes, Sertoma's where it's at. So yeah, Sertoma Park is just really, really beautiful. It is a fantastic place for a large gathering, and actually throughout the summer and during the fall and stuff like that. Bismarck and some different organizations, they'll host like a family day river walk, or they'll host, you know, some different food truck events, and it's kind of like festival type activities, because no matter how many people are there, it never feels busy because there's so much space there. So if you're looking for kind of a quiet area, like I said, there's multiple different playgrounds. A great way to go hit up the, probably in my opinion, the best park that we have here in Bismarck, and never feel crowded because it's just so big, so much green space. So if you're looking to play, you know, frisbee, throw a football around, you know, maybe just looking to go play some catch with, you know, your kiddos or whatever, just Sertoma Park is where it's at. All right, so here we're at Pioneer Park, which is located, honestly, it's just below Chief Lookings Village, which we were at here at the beginning of the video. So this is kind of less of a playground. I mean, there's a little bit, but not really. But again, shelter, fantastic place for picnics. My family and I go there, you know, for picnics all the time. But it's really kind of like a main hub for parking, grabbing your bike, hitting up the bike trails, walking trails, or whatever. It's like the entry into a really, really great trail system here in Northwest Bismarck. So beautiful views, nice parking. There's sand volleyball courts, which those get used quite a bit here during the summer. But so Pioneer Park here, again, if you're looking for just a quiet space, I mean, you'll pull up and you'll see, shoot, maybe 20 cars, but nobody will be in sight because they're all gone on the trails. So great opportunity if that's kind of what you're looking for. All right, and so here we are at Igoe Park, also known as Fire Station Park. And the reason it's called Fire Station Park is because one, it looks like a fire truck, and two, it's right across the street from a fire station. And so Igoe Park is kind of a essentially located prime location park here in Bismarck, because it's right kind of in a flex space between residential. To the northwest is the Country West neighborhood, and then to the south is, you know, commercial. So you got a bunch of different restaurants, businesses, stuff like that. I mean, you got Subway's right there, Maya's Mexican restaurant, there's a Sweet Nardello's pizza place over there. So some really cool restaurants. And then also you're just right, just north of I-94. So it's very conveniently located, and it's a great spot. It's probably my kid's favorite park, and part of that is because, one, the park is really cool. You know, it's an 8-acre park. There's a lot of green space, so if you want to run around, whatever. But the playground itself is really cool. And then also, probably my kid's favorite park because we drive by it all the time, just because it is on the corner of two pretty busy roads. And the colors stand out, so it's really easy to see from the road. But even though there are two pretty main roads that go right by it, when you're at the park, it doesn't feel busy. It doesn't feel like you're on a corner of a busy street, just because it's a little bit set back, plus all of the all of the mature trees. So it's a really, really nice park. Again, my kids love it. It's great. There's a shelter there. So, you know, if you don't want to have your picnic on the grass, there's picnic tables and stuff like that there that you can do. So Igoe Park, really, really cool.
All right, so right now we're over here at Elk Ridge Park in Northwest Bismarck, in one of the newest neighborhoods. It's called Elk Ridge. It's an elementary school just down the road. We're facing is
Here we are at Elk Ridge Park, which is, again, Northwest Bismarck, new development, absolutely fantastic park right in what could be potentially your neighborhood. And so with this one, it has a little bit of everything. It's got a great playground. It's got some sensory components. There's actually a sand area and a sand table. But there's also, because it's newer, you know, you got electricity, you got, you know, a nice bathroom right there on site. Plenty of parking. There's also pickleball courts. There's kind of a green space if you want to play soccer or whatever. There's also a trail loop. It's only like, I think, 1/8 of a mile. But if you wanted to go ahead and jump on a walking trail and kind of just go around and around, you can go ahead and get your miles in. But this park is really, really cool. And the surface that it has, I don't really know what it's called, but my kids love it. We enjoy coming to parks that have this kind of surface, just because it doesn't get too hot, but it's also not messy like mulch or wood chips or sand or any of that kind of stuff. And so it's just a really, really nice park. really great area. And so if you guys are coming to Bismarck, I would definitely encourage you to come check out Elk Ridge Park here in Northwest Bismarck.
And so here we are, Horizon Park. It's another neighborhood park, and it's the last park that we have on the list today. And my kids, again, they absolutely love this park, primarily because of the gliders that you guys are gonna see here. But this one, again, it's another newer park. Again, I think over 8 acres, almost 9 acres. And so great playground. Gliders are a hit. Your kids are gonna love it. Different swings, there's actually fitness equipment too. Another walking trail, there's actually community gardens here too. Especially if you live in the neighborhood, super convenient for you to kind of have your garden just down the street without it having to be in your yard, especially if you don't have the space or whatever. And then tennis courts, basketball courts, and so I guess kind of what you'll notice probably throughout this video is our parks are, yeah, they have a playground. Typically they have tennis court, basketball court, some kind of other activity, and then also just a lot of open green space for you to run around, let your dogs run. You know, if you, again, are looking for a place to throw a frisbee around, throw a football around, play catch, whatever it might be, soccer, you know, just all kinds of great green space for you guys here throughout the Bismarck Park District. And so another thing with the Horizon Park here in Horizon Heights neighborhood is just across those trees is the Horizon Middle School. And so that's the feeder into Century High School. So both Elk Ridge and Horizon Heights, actually both of those neighborhoods feed into Horizon Middle School and Century High School. So depending on if you're looking for a specific high school. And then also just north of here is the St. Mary's private high school. So, but Horizon Heights, North Bismarck, super clean, super safe, close to a bunch of different amenities, shopping, stuff like that. So if you guys are looking for a place up here, neighborhood's only probably, I don't know, 10, 15 years old. So fairly newer.
Hey, thanks for joining me today and exploring Bismarck, checking out a few different parks. Hopefully this gives you a better idea of some of the outdoor activities that we have available here in Bismarck. And I mean, we only checked out a handful of parks out of the 30 or 40, however many are on that map. So hopefully you got some value out of this. And if you did, please consider subscribing so that you always stay up to date on what's going on here in Bismarck, North Dakota. And more people continue to reach out to me from this channel. They're calling, texting, emailing me, which I absolutely love. And so if you have any questions, feel free to just drop them in the comments or reach out to me. All of my info is in the description below. So thank you for those of you that have reached out. I absolutely love helping people who are moving into the area. And so whether you're looking to move here next week or next year, I would love to be your guide. Till next time, thank you.